Ketogenic Diet by Kristen Mancinelli. Um, this book here, but you can see it on screen. This is the scientifically proven approach to fast, healthy weight loss. These are the table of contents, just in case you ever decide to get the book. There are 14 chapters. As I said here, this book is about the author's 4-month experiment with the ketogenic diet and what she learned. She's a dietitian, so she was taking a leap when she decided to do this ketogenic diet, because through her study of the science of nutrition, she was told over and over again that fat makes you fat. And this is what we were all indoctrinated to believe. But as she learned, what she thought she knew wasn't the case. All right, what is a ketogenic diet? Ketogenic diet consists of a mix of fats and protein foods like avocado, chicken, beef, almonds, and olive oil, as well as non-starchy, vitamin-rich vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. The diet eliminates sugar, flour, starchy, and processed foods. After a few days on the ketogenic diet, where your carbs will be 20 to 25 grams, you will enter ketosis. You need to be in ketosis in order to lose weight. This is the process of using fat instead of glucose for energy. Ketones burn fat when you're eating and not eating. It burns fat when you're sleeping, sitting, standing, reading, and exercising. As long as you avoid carbs, your body burns fat. What can you eat? Well, fats, obviously, like oils. These oils include olive oil and coconut oil. There are other oils, but I just didn't include them here. Definitely avoid vegetable oils. All right, fats from foods like fish and meat, avocado, a lot of avocados, nuts, walnuts, almonds, pecans, seeds, pumpkin, flax, and chia. I honestly don't recommend nuts, but that's just me. I'm not a healthcare professional, so you don't have to take my word for it. But for me, nuts and seeds, they just like deplete me of vitamins or something. That's just my body, how my body works. Coconut meat, the white flesh inside the coconut. So you break the coconut or cut it open, and that white part is coconut meat. And butter, cream, and cheese. In my opinion, I think you should probably limit the cream and cheese. That's just a personal preference of mine. Proteins, meats like beef and pork, poultry, chicken, turkey, fish, eggs, cheese, yogurt, nuts, and seeds. Be careful with the yogurt because a lot of it has sugar in it. Carbs, avoid starchy vegetables like potatoes, corn, and peas. Avoid bread, pastas, and pastries. Avoid lactose-rich dairy products like milk, ice cream, and most yogurts. Instead, eat broccoli, cauliflower, and non-starchy vegetables. I'll be honest with you. What I have a problem with avoiding is ice cream. I love the extra creamy Breyers chocolate ice cream. I guess it's not made with cows who were injected with chemicals, so it's supposedly natural in some ways, but it's high in carbs, and that's my main sin is ice cream. Just that brand, that particular one is hard for me. All right, so net carbs. When you count carbs, you subtract fiber from the carbs, and that leaves you with net carbs. Just so you know, on a ketogenic diet, you will be counting carbs a lot. So read the food labels, or at least know that, a cup of broccoli equals X amount of carbs. But this is how you calculate it. So you take the total carbs, which are 40, you subtract it from the 4 grams of fiber. And I think also if I'm not well, if this were sugar alcohol, you would subtract that, but this is sugars, so you don't subtract it. In my opinion, that's a lot of carbs. Even though I probably consume more than that today by eating ice cream. All right, these tips will keep you on the straight and narrow because you may have times when you don't think you can do it. I've been there before when I was doing a ketogenic diet. All right, we don't need carbs from our diet. Our bodies can make all the carbs we need. Now, this is not true of fats, proteins, several vitamins and minerals, water, and fiber. If you don't get the other nutrients, especially fats and proteins, or water, obviously, you will develop deficiency diseases and eventually die. But if we stop eating carbs, we stop getting fat. So carbs aren't necessary. All right. Don't be afraid of fat. If you're afraid of fat, you shouldn't even try keto in the first place because fat is the foundation of the ketogenic diet. You get most of your food from fat, and then you eat a moderate amount of protein and you eat a low amount of carbs. As I said earlier, you count your carbs, and remember net carbs. This is just another way of calculating that. Drink plenty of water. Ketogenic diet promotes water loss, and dehydration can cause fatigue. Supplement with sodium and electrolytes. Add sodium to foods and drink high-quality broth. Take a multivitamin that includes potassium and magnesium as well. I just happened to see this recently. I'm thinking of buying it. It's Electromix. So whenever I do decide to really go into the ketogenic diet full blown, I will drink this. And it's supposed to be carb free as well. Eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. The diet will get rid of your cravings and diminish hunger. Get rid of foods that aren't allowed. The ketogenic diet is an all in or all out. According to the author, that is. I think maybe it's okay to do like a cyclical keto, maybe until you become fully adapted. That's just my take on it. But it is wise to get rid of junk food because you won't be successful in keto, or you won't even be successful if in any diet if you are eating this type of food all the time. And then exercise, this goes without saying. Now, transitioning to a fat-fueled state, how will you feel? Well, a lot of things will happen. You will lack energy. You'll feel drained, lightheaded, dizzy. You'll have a generalized weakness, brain fog, struggle to perform complex mental tasks, deep fatigue in your muscles, nausea, diarrhea, constipation, and possible vomiting. I've had most of these before, but never vomiting. These side effects are a normal physiologic response to the changes that are occurring in your body. These are more symptoms of the keto flu. The reason it's called a keto flu is because it mimics the flu, the influenza. It's not the same, but it mimics it. Looks like somebody spelled sleeping wrong here. All right, so how to make a smooth transition. I like this transition section in the book, but I'd like to add some things myself that I would do. All right, 1, prepare a calm couple of weeks to start the diet. So start the diet when you know there's going to be a lot of downtime. Like take a vacation from work and just lay around, sleep, do whatever, because you will lack mental clarity, you'll probably have a headache, and physical stamina to do things. You won't want to do much. 2, drink lots of fluids. Ketosis is dehydrating because glycogen is depleted, and glycogen holds water, and because the kidneys excrete more sodium and water during this state, dehydration can cause headache, dizziness, sleepiness, constipation. I've noticed whenever I attempt to do keto for a few days that I get the headache and some of the dizziness, sleepiness as well, but not the constipation problem. And you'll notice too, you'll urinate more. And when you're urinating, you're getting rid of water. 3, add salt to your foods. You're always told not to consume a lot of salt, but on a ketogenic diet, you can consume a lot of salt. And ketosis increases your body's requirement for sodium. And too little of it can cause all kinds of problems. These problems here: tiredness, disorientation, headache, muscle cramps, nausea. 4, consume foods with electrolytes. In addition to sodium, magnesium and potassium help in preventing or relieving the symptoms of keto transition. These minerals are electrolytes. And these foods include avocado, nuts, seeds, fish, meat, dairy, and dark leafy greens. Now, potassium supplements are strongly discouraged because excess potassium can cause abnormal heart rhythms and could even be life-threatening. So don't take a potassium supplement unless it is prescribed by your doctor. 5, sleep as much as you need. Most likely you will be tired. 6, eat when you are hungry. Now, this is not a starvation diet. So eat fat, protein, fibrous, low-carb vegetables. Eat as much as you want. Just keep keto snacks around, but not bad foods, not processed foods. You'll probably want to avoid exercise at the very beginning if you are fatigued. That's number 7. You may have a hard time working out or even doing simple tasks like walking upstairs. I've never had this kind of problem myself, but maybe you would. It depends on how much weight you have, and it depends on a lot of other factors as well. 8, avoid alcohol and be smart about your caffeine use. Alcohol is very much disorienting and dehydrating. Whenever I used to drink, I'd get dehydrated, even though I would have water with me sometimes while I was drinking. It didn't matter. I still got dehydrated. Caffeine is also dehydrating. So any of these consumed in excess will give you problems. Like caffeine, for me at least, does cause rapid heartbeat, upset stomach, and insomnia. 9, give yourself a break. So relax, rest, be alone. Give yourself a break from everything. And 10, know that it will pass soon. The keto transition is just that, a transition. And you won't suffer from all of those transition symptoms unless you decide to quit the diet and start over. So if you go through the transition and then you're doing a ketogenic diet for a while and then you decide to eat a bunch of ice cream and then you're out of ketosis, or even if you decide to eat a lot of carbs for a week, and then you've got to start over again. And I don't think the side effects of the keto flu would be as bad. Maybe, but I doubt it. And the rest of the book consists of sections on net carbs of non-starchy vegetables. I just took a picture of this. Like carbs in shellfish. Fat types in nuts and seeds by percentage. Starchy vegetables. And as you can see here, starchy vegetables are not allowed on the ketogenic diet. There's also a chapter on meal options, like preparing your pantry, getting dry spices and herbs, and alternative sweeteners. And tips for making the ketogenic diet work. Set reminders on your phone or computer that encourage you throughout the week. Watch motivational videos on YouTube. There are so many videos on the ketogenic diet, carnivore diet, other diets. There's a lot of people out there who are on the same diet that you are on. Come to terms with the fact that sugar and starch are making you overweight and sick. All right, so write a breakup letter with your favorite carb-heavy food. I just wrote letting, but it's letter. Remake your kitchen into a no-carb space. Adopt an attitude of self-care, read labels, and count your carbs. And I think this is one of the better books I've read on keto so far. It's more than just a recipe book. A lot of these books are just, mostly recipes. Like, who cares about recipes? I just want to read what the author says about the diet. And this book is a good one. I highly recommend it. I'm just going to read a bunch of these books to absorb all the information before I decide to do whatever it is I decide to do. All right, that's it. I hope this video helps you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.